Welcome to the wonderful world of selling on eBay. Don't worry, I'm going to get you through this. I know that starting selling online, whether eBay, Etsy, or another platform, can seem very daunting, especially if you are brand new to selling. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 main things that you need to know to get started selling on eBay. Hey there, my name is Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. I'm a homeschooling reselling mom who sells things on eBay and Etsy to help support my family, and I love making YouTube videos to help you meet your goals as far as selling on eBay. So you're in the right place, you're in good hands, and I'm going to give you some confidence today to get started selling. So if you've hit a brick wall, you really want to do it, and you just can't get over that first hurdle, I'm going to help you out. If you're new here, welcome. Go down there and hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you're notified when I put out new videos about reselling on eBay. So let's dive in. First of all, I want to hear from you. What is your why for selling? And I know it seems kind of cheesy, but mine is I am supporting my family by selling online. It's one of the ways I make money. But I know all of us are in different places. So some of us are retired. We're trying to make extra money there. Some of you may be helping elderly parents and you can't get out into the workforce as much. Maybe you have a disability and so you need some extra income. Believe me, I get it. There's so many different places that we are all at, and it matters knowing where you're coming from because it helps me create content that can help you with your reselling business. So whether you're just started selling on eBay and you've got a few things up but you've hit a wall, or you're absolutely brand new, I want to encourage you to know that you can do it. Believe me, there is a learning curve, but you will be able to do this. What you should think about, and what I, especially going back looking at my old listings from when I first started, is that sometimes when you get started, you just have to take that leap. You've got to know that if you're waiting for your listings to be perfect, you may never start. So making a deal with yourself that you are just going to get one thing listed, and that way it's a lot less daunting of a task. Knowing that it will take time to get good at all the different aspects of selling on eBay, whether it's writing titles, taking photos, descriptions, pricing, shipping. There's so many different aspects, and it can seem like a huge beast that you've got to go into battle with. But if you just take the time to just start somewhere, just start with one, find the easiest thing you've got, and start there, then that will give you the confidence to try the next thing. So the 5 areas that I'm going to talk to you about are your photos, your titles, the description, your pricing, and your shipping. For me, when I first started, my shipping was my #1 biggest hurdle, and I messed up on the shipping so many times. But I'm going to give you tips for all 5 of those areas and ways to get that part tackled. So first, photos. My first photos were not amazing, and it does take time to get those crisp, clear photos that you see with the white background. It took me a long time to learn it. I definitely went through and watched a ton of videos, and I will link some of my videos that I've done here. I use my iPhone. I didn't have to get any fancy equipment, especially when I first got started. I did eventually end up getting a photo tent, but it's not necessary. So I'm going to link some videos for that. But the main thing to think about with your photos is if you can get them to be bright, maybe take them outside if you don't have great lighting. Make sure that they are clear. Make sure that you get pictures not only of the great features of your items, but also the flaws. I think downplaying the flaws of an item just to get it to sell is a huge mistake, because you're risking a lot more returns, you're risking unhappy customers and bad feedback, and that's not what you want. So definitely under-promise and over-deliver. And I'll link some videos here about how I take pictures and some tips for getting those pictures looking beautiful. So the second part of your listing when you're going through the process is creating your title. It's very tempting to go through and just write, let's say it's a mug and it's got this really long brand name, but people are not always looking for a specific brand name mug or brand name whatever. So the main thing to think about is who is buying this and what do they want it for. So definitely describe the 5 W's, the who, the where, the what, the when, all of that. So the color, the size, what pictures on it. So put all of that in your title, and then if there's space or if it's a brand that is definitely collected, then make sure that the brand is in the title. Another tip for titles is keep it to the facts. Most people are not searching for cool or fantastic or beautiful or things like that, those adjectives. Try to keep it to the facts. It's blue, it's large, it's got a handle, like those type of things that people are going to be looking for. So the next area that you have to tackle when you're making your eBay listing is the description. And this used to throw me off when I first started, and I would write a paragraph. And truly, these days, most people don't read that. They just want the facts. They want to know the material it's made of. They want to know the condition of the item, any flaws, any problems it's got. They want to know the size of it, measurements. They want to know, is there a tag that tells the size? They want to know measurements of the item. And then the maker, who made the item? What brand is it? And beyond that, most everything else is just extraneous information. If it's vintage, you might add some more information about the age and the quality and that sort of thing. But for the most part, people just want the facts about the item. And most of the time in my descriptions, I just take my title and I copy and paste it down into my description box. And then I go through and put materials, condition, maker, and I put an inventory note in mine too, just letting me know when I listed it. So I think creating just a little template for yourself that you copy and paste over that's just got little bullet points, maker, material, condition, size, and then you just fill in the blanks. That was something that really helped me streamline my listing and kind of get out of my own head about how do I describe this thing? All right, let's take a break. Tell me something that's holding you back. Look around your stuff that you've got ready to list. What's one thing that's sitting there that you haven't listed yet? Tell me what it is and tell me what about it is holding you back. The fourth area to consider when you're listing an item on eBay is what price you're going to put it at. I get this question a lot about pricing, auction versus buy it now. I personally rarely put things on auction. I usually reserve that for items that are going to have a huge collector base, something that's got a lot of people that are clamoring to get that item. However, everybody's different. Everybody's got a different style of selling. And so that might be an area you want to explore. So I personally do buy it now. I put it on good till canceled. And then I put best offer. So people can send me offers for a lower price if they wish. And then I just list it and forget it. I don't go back in. Usually, every now and then I'll go in and lower the price or raise the price, but usually I don't have time. I'm moving on to the next item to list. And so it might sell in a week, a day, a month, 2 months. Now, if it's been up for a year, then, or even 6 months, it might be something to go back and revisit. Did I not describe it right? Do I have misspellings in my title? Are my pictures not good? Or maybe my price is way off. So after a while, it might be wise to go and revisit that. But sometimes just the buyer's not there yet. So you've got to wait for the buyer to be looking for the item that you have for sale. And how do you determine a price? I know there are a lot of people that say you have to go off of eBay solds, and that's where you search for your item, and then you go over to the left panel and go down to sold items and click that button, and then it'll pull up anything that is similar to what you have described and the prices that have sold within the last, I think it's 90 days. Now, I look at that, I reference that, but I don't go by that like a diehard, it has to be that price or in that range. I also Google the item and then I go to shopping and it pulls up not just eBay listings, but things on Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, all sorts of different places. And then I can get a wider picture of what's out there and what people have listed it for. Now, these are not sold items yet, but this is just my process and it seems to work for me. So that's what I do. And then finally, the beast, shipping. This was my biggest holdback when I was first selling. I always messed up. I always ended up charging too much or too little. And believe me, it is a big area to lose money if you're not careful. So I will link a video here where I walk you through how to estimate the price for your shipping. And I use the United States Postal Service. I know there are other shipping methods, but this is the method that I use. I like it because I can get USPS packaging for free. They're padded flat rate mailers you can get. I've got, it looks like, hang on, let me show you. Got one sitting here. So these priority mailers, you can go on their website and get them delivered straight to your house. And they've got lots of different sizes and shapes and everything that you might need for shipping. Now, they don't do first class boxes, but that's, you can get things from neighbors or all over the place, just different places to get boxes that you can think of. Or you can even pay for them if you need to. There is a way to estimate the shipping. Take your item, get the packaging you think you're going to need for it, find the box you're going to ship it in, weigh it, and then go to the post office site. And there's a way to say calculate a price where they'll allow you to enter in the dimensions of the box, the weight of the box, the destination. And usually I pick wherever I am, because I'm in Texas, but I'm in the middle. But I usually pick like a far zip code, like somewhere in Alaska or Hawaii or California or something like that, and plug that in as far as how far it's going to go. And if you're new, maybe you consider getting this squared away before you introduce international shipping. eBay does offer the global shipping program, which I did use early on. I don't use it anymore. It is a good way to kind of cover yourself with your shipping. So you might consider it if you're new, if you're not comfortable with that, or you might just start with the US and then as you become more confident and comfortable, open up to international shipping. Believe me, there's a lot of buyers outside the US that might want the items that you're selling. And if you're watching this and you've got some other great tips, leave a comment down below because we all learn from each other. If you thought there was an area that maybe I left out, then definitely go leave a comment and check the comment section, because there are amazing people in this reselling community and they leave comments with great tips, things I forgot to say, and you can get some really good information down in the comment section as well. If you know someone that could benefit from this video, I would love it if you would share that with them. And go leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, because I love your feedback. I like to know when I'm doing well, and I like to know when I can improve. So leave me that feedback down below, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.